And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. Back in the office again, ready to go. We've got a really explosive one for you today between Tommy Robinson and the boxer Tony Bellew. As always guys, we are going to be watching and reacting to this, both of course exchanging blows. I do think Tommy comes out on top, and of course Tommy actually speaks sense. Tony Bellew, again, seemingly a champagne socialist and doesn't really know what is going on in the country at this moment in time. But as always guys, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's have a little watch and react to this footage.
There's bad Muslims, there's bad Christians, there's bad Catholics, there's bad Jews.
Tony Bellew has a brutally honest message to the world as certain people continue to divide communities.
I didn't like the narrative Tommy Robinson was painting, if I'm being totally honest. I seen the interview done with the rapper, and he basically said he's an enemy of Islam. Why would anyone be an enemy of any religion? There's gobshites in every single religion. There's bad Muslims, there's bad Christians, there's bad Catholics, there's bad Jews. Why would anyone pick and target? It's like saying there's good black people, there's good white people, there's bad white people, there's bad black people. There's good and bad in all race, religions, creeds and ethnicities. And this man's painting a narrative that there's something wrong with Islam. There's not. I've grown up amongst the Nation of Islam and people who are devout Muslims, and they're nothing but peaceful. So it's disgusting to paint that light and frighten people the way he has done. And I think it's wrong, to be fair. As when it comes to, you know, immigration and illegal immigration in the country, it's happening everywhere, mate. It's not just our country. Also, remember, our country was built on immigrants coming to this country, building buildings, creating families. I mean, my grandfather came over here, knocked me nan up from the US Navy or Marines, whatever he was in, then went back to America. You know, me dad's side of the family, I originate from Ireland. Are they, you know, are these all immigrants who have come over to this country? No, they're not. There's an awful lot of good that people do in this country, and I'm sick of hearing that, and people painting narratives like Tommy Robinson. It's wrong, mate, it really is. You're turning hateful things on people, and you're turning love into hate. It's wrong, it really is. I mean, listen, you're a racist. Stop, mate, just stop. You're pushing hate. Don't push hate. Push love. Push the good sides of people, and eventually that will all turn around in the end.
We hope so. I think one of the key things people are complaining about is unvetted immigration, and obviously that's like a whole different minefield.
Of course it is, and that comes from all kinds of countries and places. You know, I couldn't agree more with illegal immigration's not right. You can't be coming to this country and just doing that. And I also think it's right that when you come to this country, you should be working, you should be giving something back. Every country should have the same procedure. You come to this country, you work, you earn your wage, and that's how it should be. So it is what it is, mate, but there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more wrong in the world than that. So, you know, what can you do at the end of the day? It's everyone is entitled to an opinion, but I just think it's wrong when you're pushing that narrative down, the hate narrative. I just think it's so wrong and so dangerous, and I'd like to see it wiped out.
I hope we, amongst this interview, can spread a bit of peace amongst the world. Tony, appreciate your time as always. Any final messages?
Spread peace, spread love, be kind to people, look after your loved ones, take care of your mother and father, and take care of your kids. Yeah, that's all you can really do. Just be a good person, do more good than you do bad. No one's perfect. We've all done bad, we've all done not good stuff. So yeah, just take it as it is.
Respect, brother. Thank you.
Now, I'll have my say on that in a moment. I'll let Tommy, we'll have a little listen to Tommy's response first, and then I'll have my say on both of the matters. But tell me you haven't watched Tommy Robinson without telling me you watched Tommy Robinson, that Tony Bellew interview. But yeah, let's see what Tommy has said in response to that, shall we?
Tony, out of everything, you have your little opportunity to voice your opinion. Rather than sucking the cock of Saudi Arabia, you could have used that moment, yeah? 25 sexual assaults and rapes against minors from men living in hotels, migrants in hotels. 8 women have been raped. There were 11 attacks in 12 days in the last couple of weeks. And you use your platform not to talk about the invasion of our nation by a backward culture that doesn't integrate or assimilate. Go to Birmingham, go to Bradford, go to Luton, go to any of these areas with Islamic ghettos. Come out of Liverpool for a minute, yeah? You could have used your minute to talk about that. You could have spoke about the generation of Britain's daughters that have been raped. You could have talked about the fact that the Southport attacker, which you went mad about, had an Al-Qaeda manual under his fucking pillow. You could have talked about any of these things. Islam taking over our prisons, radicalising, recruiting, terrorism, jihad, attack after attack after attack. You could have spoke about any of that. What did you choose your fucking minute for? About Tommy Robinson. Because I said Islam was our enemy. 70% of the Quran talks about you, dickhead. It talks about how they should control you. There's 4 verses in the Quran that say they should rape your missus or your wife. That's the Quran. That's what it says. There's 100 verses that tell them to kill you, dickhead. So tell me you know nothing about Islam without telling me you know nothing about Islam. So how about you sit down, read something, so you actually are briefed and understand what you're talking about, instead of spouting shit to get a big paycheck from Saudi Arabia and get a pat on the back when you see all the Muslims. Oh, well done, Tony, you cocksucker, you absolute spastic.
Yeah, look, listen, Tommy's response is always golden, to be fair, always pretty insightful. But my goodness me, Tony doesn't know what he's going on about. He really doesn't. Now, firstly, I would like to say quickly here, again, it's called racism. He says that he's racist, you know. I think Tommy, most of the stuff that he says, yes, he does say a lot of things about Islam, but, you know, he's also come out many, many times and said, yes, it's not all Muslims. So exactly the same thing that he said. However, some of these individuals, especially the ones that are illegal, that are coming out of the hotels and causing these sexual assaults, are coming from a background, usually 9 times out of 10, from a third world ideology, and do subscribe to a certain religion. Now, again, this is not about, you know, Tommy's absolutely right. He's used his moment, right? We're seeing he's not reading the room, because the thing is, Liverpool's a great city, right? And I've seen it awaken over the last few months, years, whatever. Very working class place, but a very left-leaning city, and a very, very socialist city in a way. A lot of people hold those sort of values and sort of standards. So yeah, you can tell that he's not been out of Liverpool, and he's residing and going to places like the UAE, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia is where he's getting his paycheck. So yeah, as Tommy's saying, he's of course trying to suck up to them. We're not talking about these individuals. I, for one, have spent many time in UAE, in Dubai, and it's a fantastic place. It's an amazing place. And yes, that is an example of Islam working very, very well. But those same people that run those countries that he's currently getting his paycheck from do not let these individuals into their own country in the first place. We're talking about the other countries, whether it's Afghanistan, Pakistan, you know, where their ideologies are completely backwards. That's fact. We've seen it. We've seen it play out time and time again in their own countries, but also within our country, the people that are residing there. And yes, I do add the point there again, as Tony always likes to say. Yes, it's not everyone, but there is individuals that are coming into our country with these sort of ideologies, and he's not using that narrative. And again, he's trying to, as stated, get a pat on the back, trying to get the Muslims behind him whilst he's fighting in these countries, because they're the ones paying his current wages at this moment in time, because that's where boxing is going. But yeah, he's not used it, he's not read the room, he's not talked about the ongoings within this country, and what we're currently seeing being played out at this moment in time. He could be using this to condemn, he's got a bit of an influence, and he could be shining a light on what is actually happening, but he goes after Tommy Robinson instead, which is awful to see. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on that down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back later for some more live streams as well, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.